we go. All right, so we are on stream. So,
hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back. When last we left our heroes, what were we doing, gang?
Wrecking another ship.
Wrecking another
And everyone on it.
Yeah.
Including ourselves a little bit.
We were, very surprisingly as pirates, doing the most morally correct action possible.
Which is what?
Destroying the Phaedron Legion.
That is
and
correct.
everything they stand for.
Yes, you
Pretty much.
Successfully captured a Phaedron war galley. Which is basically, like, it looks like a trireme, like those ancient Greek ships with the oars and shit. That's what it looks like.
Remember last time we were all shitting on the fact that it had oars? And it was keeping pace and evading better than us, and we were like, shit, maybe there's something to this.
Yeah, you're getting shat on that whole time.
We can steal their oars. Like, literally nothing is stopping us as we are literally here right now to take everything valuable from them.
You don't have your ship is not equipped in order to use
I didn't say we could use them properly, but we could take them from them.
I mean, you can take them and store them. I don't know what you do with them, but...
I mean,
I don't know yet either.
Improvise repelling pole arms to repel grapplers.
We could sell them for the wood as just replacement masts.
They're not that big.
I don't know, man.
They're long, but they're not like mast size.
Hey.
I'll happily captain the ore
We
ship.
have to just dump them over the side of the boat later. It's worth it to see these people left on their ship with no oars as we sink their ship.
All right. Sounds good. So you guys take their oars. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. It's just not... They're not going to help you with anything, really. Unless you, like, outfit your ship in order to use them. If only the people on stream could see the memes that you fuckers posted in the Discord.
If only.
If only.
If only.
Okay, in the future you could show them. But, like, that's extra work.
Yeah,
If only if only this stream had some production value.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to work fucking OBS. What do I look like? Okay, so let's see here. Assets. Where's the token? Data, host, higher tokens. Oh my god, it's so tiny. There we go. So you guys are still in the middle of the ocean. You were on your way to, if I remember right, it was, what was it? Besmara. That's right. Okay. So you currently have the survivors of this Phaedron war galley captured.
I say we kill them all.
What?
Why?
I mean, of course.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Have fun.
I temporarily lost my character. I'm a pirate. I forgot that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with Asim on this one, but
Yeah, kill the fuckers.
I'm between killing them where they stand. Like, I'm saying this specifically in front of them all to intimidate them.
Okay.
I'm between killing them where they stand, or just kind of Swiss cheesing them a little bit, and then letting their ship sink so that it's easier for the sharks to find them with the blood smell.
Oh, that's rough.
That's tempting.
Well, we definitely want to slit a couple of throats, okay? What I'm in the mood for.
I mean, nobody's stopping you. Wait, I turn to the captain. Is anybody stopping him?
No, you can slit a couple of throats.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
Okay, awesome. I
Just
grab
not
a
that
couple of
guy. I
guys.
point
and
at
I
the
just
guy
start-
who's very clearly in charge.
Yeah, I believe you killed their captain or their officer. Did you? I can't remember.
Yes.
So one
Yeah.
of the Imperator Securus is still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, let me have
Very.
him. Let me at him.
You see everybody else on the ship
Release the
thoroughly
ball.
intimidated. You see all of the regulars on this ship are thoroughly intimidated. That guy, fucking stone cold.
Cool.
Give
So-
him.
At this point, you've probably removed his helmet,
Yeah.
and his taken his weapons and stuff like that, because they have like complete face concealing like Legionnaire helmets.
Oi, Captain. Have I permission to speak to this one? See what he knows.
I mean,
I still got him.
there's a specific question that I should ask, but afterwards, you have the run of it.
Does our crew have a name? What's
The
our
Chimera.
pirate band's name?
Our ship is the Chimera.
The Chimera. Okay.
What is your crew called? The Chimera Pirates?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's very One Piece-esque.
Yeah, might as well.
Whatever.
The Chimera Pirates. I'm gonna grab this guy by the hair.
Okay.
Remember, these are for family.
What?
Huh?
Get this man a lifeboat.
So apparently,
What is happening?
What, David, what are you talking about? Whatever.
Get-
Anyway.
Get this man a lifeboat. We need to leave one alive because we need someone to give testimony to our story.
I mean,
Whereas
that's what
do
worked
agree,
before. Ian?
very specifically, I just got one question for it.
Okay, you're looking at him. He's there on his knees or whatever if you have them all lined up somehow.
Do you know of a Navy officer by the name of Magnus Merritt?
I'm going to, first of all, roll me intimidation. To see-
Can I aid him in this?
You can give him a +2, yes.
I'll give him a +2.
He is going to roll a, what check is he going to roll to?
God damn!
Oh, no!
It's still a 13.
Oh,
Okay, let me look at your skills. What skills is he going to roll? I guess insight? Or like a wisdom check, just base wisdom check to resist intimidation. He got much better than you.
Of course he did. He didn't roll an out one.
He doesn't move. He's not even looking at you. He's staring straight ahead.
I give him a little with my crab claw, just kind of like
Yeah.
sort of on his torso. Just give a little. Just I'm gonna ask this again, and I'd like an answer.
He's gonna roll endurance.
Just gonna crack a couple of ribs with my big claw.
He doesn't even flinch.
Shit.
No, I don't think I've taken a bite out of anybody yet. Like, was this guy a good fighter? I don't remember.
Is he a fighter? Yeah, absolutely.
Was he a good fighter in the battle?
He was one of the only, if not the only, Imperatorus to survive. So
Cool.
he's
Cool.
probably the
I have a
best.
question.
Mhm.
What is your question?
I want to see him fight the seagull.
The you mean the not the seagull, the
Whatever. Pelican. Pelican.
Scuttle?
So before that, I have something to ask him.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll intimidate to ask him this, and I want to know. Become uncomfortable.
he's sitting. You see him sitting across the deck
In his cage.
on your ship, just like fucking dead eyeing you guys.
Like, why am I in this
Make time
fucking
to take care of the cage.
Yes, they're.
I say we leave him alive. Don't kill him.
Maybe don't.
What's the one question?
Maybe
So-
don't say that in front of him.
Yeah, I want to approach him. And I want to get aggressively close. And if he's not, like, if he's deliberately going out of his way to, like, avoid looking at us, I'm, like, holding his face to look at me, and I go,
Well, if you get in front of his face, he's not moving, so he'll be looking right at you.
Great. Then I want to say, first of all, it'd be a great help to your situation if you'd remember that at this moment ye continue to exist at the mercy of Captain Gillatar, and you'll show him some respect therein. Now.
Give me an intimidation check.
Roll better than me, please.
Oh my god.
Can I use my bardic thing on intimidation?
I don't think so.
No.
That's a lore.
I don't think so.
That's a lore thing, yeah?
Starting off the session wonderfully by rolling nothing above 10s.
Yep. He looks. he's looking you dead in the eye, and without missing a beat, he says, "What did you say? His existence is basically at your mercy." He says,
I said basically, like, at this moment, basically implying that he is now at the command of our captain. Now take orders when they're given.
"My existence is to serve Saint Aurelion and nothing else."
I say we kill him.
Great, I'll hold
Drain
up a
his
hand.
blood.
I'll hold up a hand.
That's the first thing
I
you
want to ask a
guys
question.
say.
So I asked a question. Why were ye? Is it? Were ye ordered by Saint Aurelion to follow us?
He doesn't answer.
Can I roll insight to see if I can even see, like, a flinch on his expression?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not a crack.
Great. I yell over to, like, a couple of the cabin boys, the deckhands or whatever.
In fact, you've probably intimidated a lot of people with an intimidation score that high over your long storied career as a pirate. This dude may be the most unflinching guy you've ever met.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's actually one of those where, like, to the rest of you, you notice, like, Lan actually takes a little step back of, like,
he's taking it back at this guy's, like, pure determination.
Remember that fish that I bought in the last port?
I take a step back from him as I want to whisper to Captain Gillator that I know ye want blood from this man, and I can respect that. But I recommend for now we put him in the brig with the other prisoner. Maybe a couple of weeks at sea on a water ration will get him to talk.
I say we let him go.
No. Respectfully, Gelf.
What be in his head?
We're going to let one of them live. It's not going to be the well-trained one.
Plus, the secrets what be in his head are the real treasure here.
I see your point.
Speaking of which, and I asked a couple of the deckhands, basically search his captain's quarters, basically find, like, his dossier of his orders and find out, like, were you ordered to follow us?
Yeah, so they searched the captain's quarters. The most recent communique that has been given to this ship is basically they're on patrol. You guys are pretty close to the Phaedron coastline at this point, so they're
So this was just a run of bad luck for us.
Right, yeah. You ran into a Phaedron patrol. It is further away from the Phaedron coast than, like, you'd normally expect to find a, like, coastline, like, Coast Guard ship.
I'm willing to concede to Asim as our navigator if he thinks there's something fishy based on, like, showing him their patrol patterns, but I'm telling the captain that, in my opinion as a sailor, I think we're in the clear as far as, like, we haven't raised any alarm bells from our actions and just got.
I'm very glad that that's the case. This guy's
Can
not
someone say
cracking.
navigator?
Well, hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, this guy's not cracking, but I don't expect anybody else on the ship to know anything about any other Navy officers. Because they just kind of seem like they're just sailors. And I don't believe the guy that I'm after did anything like legendary or cool. He's just also like a Navy captain. The only issue is we're on stream.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to violate any TOS that, like, I can't be like, I do something unspeakable to this man.
Oh.
You know, also, we're
I
not
need this
13.
information. And I just rolled
Hey,
that.
You know, we're not 13, so we can also just say we attempt to torture him and then move on.
That is fit. Well, what I was going to do was, like, kind of stick the fish that I bought from the market last session on him, and then let Scuttle intimidate him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but like before you give him to the Pelican, I want to bite first because like
Okay.
obvious reasons.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
take
go
a
ahead.
bite. You take a bite out of this guy.
Okay, I will add that to my list of things. What's his title again?
Imperator Securus. I can put it in the chat.
It's my favorite
Yes.
Star Wars character.
Let's see here. Let's go into the notes. Where's the text that has this name? If anybody would like to roll me a history check, I guess. What's the best skill for this? Yeah, history check.
For what?
Like now that you've heard that name from, I believe it was the captain who was shouting it. Lan. I'm gonna give Lan and Gillator a +2 because of the fact that Lan has been around a lot and Gillator is Adrian.
Bardic Lore, crit 20.
Oh, okay. Imperator Securus, it roughly translated, means the Emperor's weapon.
And that's this guy's name?
It's not this dude's name. It's
Okay.
the type of soldier that this guy is.
Okay.
I hate to admit it.
Should we consider ransoming him or?
No. I have no dealings with that government. I'm put in a pickle here because, like, I want this guy at the bottom of the ocean, but I also need him to answer my question, and he doesn't seem to want to do that. So I'm.
Yeah, so let's put him in the brig and wait a couple weeks. We've already got one prisoner down there.
That's true. Well, that's one too many prisoners to keep him company.
Well,
I mean,
the other prisoner
by removing some limbs. Like,
well, the other prisoner can't really talk.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
Yep, I suppose we nothing left to it. We do just have to keep him in the brig and burn the rest of his ship down with his crew on it. I suppose I've waited this long for answers. I can wait slightly longer. I then kind of have the crew, come over there, take off his armor and weapons and everything. Well, we already stripped him of his weapons, but like we took off his helmet. Now they're fully undoing the fucking
just removing his armor and
the
everything.
armor plating.
Yeah, he's wearing rough plate mail almost.
We take him into the brig. Now, crew. As I do view this ship as a democracy, how best do you feel casting your votes in? Still just in front of all of the other Phaedron soldiers. Just how best do you feel we should sink this boat to the bottom of the ocean? What sort of creative ways do you have to get this ship down there?
I mean, it's not super creative, but my first thought is take their cannonballs, sink their ship with their cannonballs.
Nah.
That sounds like fun.
Asim says
Now-
you should keel haul them.
Now, Captain,
Burn it.
I'm going to give the controversial answer here. And that being, we got off lucky this time. They didn't have any other ships with them, and this was just seems to be a routine patrol. Let's not if we're gonna do this, we can't do it in such a way that's going to attract too much attention. We can't have a wreck floating around. We got to do this quick, quiet, and get the fuck out.
Understandable. And that is a good point. The next Phaedron I look at, I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to draw any more of them near. So, what is your suggestion to do it quickly?
Honestly, Ben, does that ship have cannons on it or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was firing at it.
I didn't know if they have ballista.
No, they got cannons. You all have
Honestly,
very rough cannon, very early cannons, cast iron cannons.
Then, honestly, maybe just detonate the powder galley and let it sink. Can we... Or, here's a question. Is there any roll that I can make or thing that I can intuit of, what would be the best way of sinking a ship to make it just utterly disappear to the bottom of the ocean?
Give me a history check. The history of your time at sea. Having seen probably a lot of ships sink. Yeah, you know of a couple of different ways that you can sink a ship relatively quickly. If you get a hole in the bottom of the ship, if you set a charge inside the cargo hold, then if it blows a hole in the bottom of the ship under the waterline, the ship will sink pretty fast. And
it's not just quick. I want it to I don't want there to be also if we're gonna do that,
it's not gonna go up in flames and be this giant fucking burning
no,
fire.
it's not. Yeah, there's that, and I also want to tell the other crew to spare canvas, rope, sails, anything that would float to the surface afterwards. Put it on our ship. Even if we can't use it, we'll burn it later.
Yeah. They take the resources from it.
And we do send the cabin boy on one of their longboats. Not somebody who's very well trained.
Well, again, why are we drawing more attention to ourselves? At the moment, we can just disappear this ship.
Because we're the Chimera Pirates. We need the reputation of being ghosts.
I do want the Phaedron military to pee their pants every time they think of me. Think about how many of these, kind of point at the dude that we're capturing. Whatever this fucking guy was called. Think about how many of them we killed.
Yes, but they have a legion.
Well,
Do you understand where my apprehension be coming from?
No.
Legion's a little bit preoccupied at the moment. What with the conquering of another continent or whatever.
They could put out a bounty on us and pay a lot of money.
You're afraid of a bounty?
You know how good my crab face would look on a bounty picture?
Agreed.
All right, I put my hands up, and I put my hands up. If that's the captain's orders, that's the captain's orders.
Okay.
Yeah, so sending the cabin boy off on a longboat, setting a charge in their powder galley, but also I don't want any of these guys to even have a chance to live. They're just I'm not gonna let them. Not gonna give them the satisfaction of sinking them with their ship.
Okay,
Just
so you kill them all?
Yeah, just gonna kill them.
Okay.
Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it?
You can kill some of them. I want some.
Fine.
I don't want any revenge stories of you left me to die on my ship and now I'm back to collect your bounty. I don't want any of that. I don't want nemesis. I want corpses.
Somebody read the Supervillain's Handbook. I like that. Do you want to? Okay, so you're destroying this ship. Do you want to raid it or anything?
Yeah, we're taking all the valuables from it.
Yeah, take the good stuff.
Excellent.
Okay.
Always.
So
Everything that can fit on our ship.
They have 3 plunder.
Okay.
You guys are currently completely full of resources and plunder. You have 1 plunder and 8 resources, and you are full up.
Understood. Quick question to Gilator.
Yes.
Can I hold on to one more of them to fight the Pelican?
We already have one for that. The big guy.
I know, but I want to see what he does against one of these, and I just push one over. One of these. That one he might stand a fight against. This one, he'll tear him to shreds.
Fine.
If we're gonna do that, if we're gonna do that, give me a minute alone with the Pelican to talk to him first.
Fine, but only because I would like to see the prolonged suffering of a member of the Phaedron military.
So you have your crew cart off the Phaedron, like a random Phaedron soldier and the Imperatorus guy,
Yes.
and put them in the brig.
Oh, hell yeah.
That Phaedron guy, whatever his the Imperatorus Securus,
Yeah.
His sword's going to the captain's quarters.
Okay. So you take his sword.
This is a big victory for me.
It is a bronze gladius.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I pull the Pelican aside, and I want to talk to it. It is a member of my crew, and I want to essentially roll the intimidation on it, as I've been doing, to try and communicate to it, like, if we let you out of here, it's like, Captain's considering letting you loose. Test your mettle, see what you're made of. I'm not so easily swayed. And if you're be a part of this crew, and it mean you have to play by my rules, and that mean the man what the captain tells you to go for, he'll do what you want for them so long until the captain orders you back. Understood?
Give me an animal handling check.
That doesn't exist.
There is no animal handling.
What the fuck? All right, give me a. Let me look. Fuck it. Give me a wisdom check.
I can do nature.
Oh, okay.
What if we just added more
nature's-
skills?
Oh, nature's wisdom. Okay, fine. Yeah, nature. Okay.
That's pretty sick, dude.
I'm beak to snout with this fucking bird.
Finally, we're rolling above 10.
Mm-hmm. Does the pelican comply with my orders as a superior officer?
Okay, let's see how governable this pelican is. Let's give it that. Yeah.
What does it do?
So he kind of squawks a bit and like flaps his wings really aggressively, but he is looking at you and like listening to you.
I can see comprehension in his eyes.
Yeah, kinda.
Then I pick up the cage
Okay.
and I walk it over in front of everybody.
Okay, so you're doing
And
this
I-
now. Okay.
Yeah, we're
What's
just
up?
we're on the deck of our ship, while the other ship is sinking in the background.
Sure.
I kind of like, because the guys.
I tie a rope around the latch of this cage so that I can unlock it from a distance. No, I don't want him to know I'm afraid of him. I want to do it. Wait, no, or I think Asim technically owns him, so it's up to you.
But very specifically, the guy that we're setting this pelican loose on, tied up with ropes, bound at the mouth,
Okay.
piece of salmon or whatever fish that I got. It was in Hagara, so I'm gonna assume salmon.
And a rope around his neck.
No, just like in the gag, just kind of
Oh my
like
God.
sticking out of his mouth a little bit. Just the salmon.
Oh, so you put like a fish in this guy's mouth?
So
Yeah,
I
so
walk
like-
over to the cage and I say,
Sort of
Hey,
like
bud.
bound to his face with the gag, like a whatever cloth we have wrapped around his mouth. So it's tied to the front of his face, basically, at his mouth.
Okay, let me set this up here real quick. Okay, so there's one. There we go. So there he is in the combat tracker.
really? It's awesome.
Asim, do you want to open the cage, the captain, or me?
Oh, I'm going to open the cage.
All right, then I put the cage down, and I nod to you, very much in the way of like the two guys who put the key in the lock simultaneously to detonate a nuclear bomb.
Oh my god.
Like very much in the same way of like we're if this doesn't work, we're
all dead. I look at the pelican and I'm like, look, I've been wanting to set you free from the beginning. Prove that you are worthy of being set free to do as you please.
Okay.
And make
Fuck 'em
sure to
up.
tell the world about us.
It is going to fly at this dude. And what is its... What does it do? Let's see.
Scuttle has obviously been around the block.
So let's roll
Listen.
an attack roll.
He was in that cage for our protection.
So this is what he got.
True.
And here's the damage roll.
Oh my god.
Phaedra
He's
Soldier
bloody.
is going to try to break out of his restraints. He spits out the fish and starts screaming, and he is going to try to break out of his restraints.
I knew we should have tied that.
That's beneath you.
Kind of hard.
I'm going to give it a DC 15 because none of you tied it.
No, one of our deckhands did.
Yeah. Okay, so he does manage to break loose and starts running across the deck, but there's nowhere really to go. He's just running away from the bird. That's his
Let him
action.
run.
That's
funny.
more funny.
Let him go.
his
This
action.
is hysterical.
This
I'm just standing there like, fuck him up, Scuttle.
So you
Fuck
have
'em up.
presented the problem of our prisoner is now free. However, I hear the Benny Hill theme playing.
Okay, so that's his next attack. And yeah, he mauls this guy to death.
Is there anything left of him afterwards?
I mean, yeah. Like there's left of him. You notice like he kills the guy and like pecks at him to death as he's like screaming on the deck of the ship, but he doesn't like eat him. He like claws and pecks him to death and then flies away onto like a yardarm.
I place what is left of the fish into his cage to see if that'll get him in there.
No. Roll me a nature check, Daniel.
You want the fishy? Come on, little.
Yeah, he's not going back in that cage, guys.
I don't. On a 15, I don't think so.
I just have to give him his own dog as long as he doesn't kill the other.
Can I roll? Oh, let's see.
Ooh.
Also got he rolled really bad.
Can I aid Daniel in this by essentially like standing behind him and just like a captain's fucking orders? You're on the part of the ship, part of the crew.
You start making like cawing noises to try to communicate to it, and yes, it does fly back into the cage and gulps down the fish very violently.
Good.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
I see him close the cage.
No-
For the love of God.
Notice how I set the faction of Scuttle in the combat tracker to neutral and not ally.
Oh yeah. He's on go.
Oh yeah.
Listen, this is
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's
He's
only
on
a first
loose
step.
cannon, but we love him.
So, I close the cage, and I look at the captain, and I'm like, Gillator, do we really need to keep him caged? He can obviously handle himself.
That's what I'm afraid of.
As long as you don't cross the fucker, I mean, we should be fine. Your ship, your decision.
I value the life and limb of my crew. Keeping in mind, I sent them in to fight fully trained Phaedra Navy. I don't want to let this bird out of his cage.
I'm terrified of Scuttle, too. You didn't hear that, Scuttle. But he's a good bird.
Honestly,
apparently-
I respect him.
Apparently he likes Phaedron soldier flesh, because there's a lot of it laying... Well, maybe he doesn't like it so much.
No, he didn't.
There's a lot of it laying... There's a lot laying still on the ground.
I don't need him so much to eat the soldiers as to just make them stop stabbing us. But, looking down at the dude on the deck, I now have a very fun prop to use in a further interrogation of the Imperatorus guy.
Do you want to bring him up here to show him?
No,
We should have
bring
had
this
him
guy
watch.
down there.
Huh?
I'll lug the corpse down there, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not letting that guy out of his cage.
Next time we should have him tied to the mast and have him watch one of a Phaedron soldier get killed by Scuttle.
Well, unfortunately, we're fresh out of Phaedron soldiers.
That's just cruel and unusual.
This guy probably may or may not have information that I want about the whereabouts and or like life and death status of a different Navy officer.
Scuttle stays in the cage and we'll deal with the imperious douchebag later.
Oh my god.
So while they're having that conversation, I walk up to the side of the cage with like still a foot between me and it, and I kneel down, well, I crouch down to be like more eye level, and I look in at Scuttle and I'm like, you know, I respect that. Like I was pretty weak. I wouldn't have eaten him either.
You see as it's like eating the fish, it's like its head is like sideways to you, but its eye is like its one eye is like looking straight at you.
Mm-hmm.
You see like hunger and murder in its eye.
I can
You see
respect
some of that.
I'm sure we'll find something else for you to murder and or eat. soonish.
It finishes swallowing the fish and lets out like a guttural, awful, like cawing noise.
Yeah, and very importantly as well, esteem.
I have the sound right here. That's what it sounds like.
What?
It sounds
God.
like this.
Nice.
Terrifying.
There's a soundboard on Discord now, and I have to use it.
So
That's fine. Wow.
I do fully understand though wanting to let him out of the cage,
This is amazing.
and it is easy for you to say because you're made of like squishy man flesh. I'm basically a crab bake, so like I'm a little
Captain?
trepidatious.
Captain, your ship, your rules. I have no problem with that. I just think we can get more out of Scuttle if we show him respect and keep him out of the cage.
And if I wasn't a walking lobster thermidor, I'd agree with you.
We listen. Asim, I've been working with the lad. He's a bit of a loose cannon for now, but don't you worry. I've whipped into shape sailors more stubborn than him.
All right.
Well,
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What direction are we sailing now? I forget.
We're still going to Andoran. We gotta beat that sea hag.
Where? Where in Andoran? Andoran's a pretty big fucking place, if I remember correctly, from my maps.
It's not the biggest country on the known world, but it's decent sized. It's bigger than Hagara and Capital, and Rosone.
Alright.
Here, wait. You're going about here.
Where? Okay.
Little
So we keep going.
Yeah. Well, that was the random encounter. You guys finished that, so you guys are there now. So roll me a resource check, which is a... you didn't plunder the ship yet. They have 3 plunder, but you guys are completely full. Yeah, you didn't take it. I just told you about it.
Yeah. Whoops.
I see.
Do we have the ability to fix the hull at all so we can carry one more thingy?
Let me find out. Each point of damage to the ship can be repaired by spending 500 gold in a port with the appropriate resources.
Okay.
I believe if you have a carpenter,
Which we do.
which you guys do, right? No, that's just damage to the hull. I don't think there's any way of repairing the damage until you get to shore.
Okay.
This this trip is going to be... What did I say? I think it was a... Does anybody remember what die I assigned this trip to?
I think hold on. I think originally it was a 10, and then with the Asim's ability went down to an 8.
Okay.
I think.
Sounds about right.
So it's a D8. And you have 8
Yeah.
resources in your cargo hold currently, and 1 plunder.
Yes.
So
And I take it we have no more room for the plunder.
No, you have no more room. There's 3 plunder to take here.
Okay.
I'd say with Land's ability that if we have to roll a negative morale check, he has some good buffs to that.
Yeah. I think he just has a buff to any morale check, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're going to have to make a negative one if we fail.
Oh, yeah, if the die rolls too high. Yeah, true.
I say we could probably spare especially with convincing the crew that they'll have higher pay, because they will if we have more plunder.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting rid of at least 2.
Yeah, I mean,
Taking
taking the plunder now, you're going to roll a positive morale check for the crew anyway. So
Yeah. Like, hey guys, you're gonna probably be hungry for a day or 2, but on the bright side, you'll get like 50 gold each.
okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Let's do this.
Okay, so how much of the plunder are you taking?
Honestly, probably just 2.
Just 2. Okay, so you have 3 plunder, and
Unless you guys think it's better to take more.
you're ditching 2 resources.
I just don't want us to go from 8 to 5, and then we roll like a 7.
Well, whatever you guys decide.
I get a bonus to morale equal to my level, so gauge based on that. Like, that's what we have to work with.
Right.
Let's take that last plunder and say, fuck it.
I say fuck it.
How about Gelf?
I want more money.
Because I don't want to do this without everybody else's approval. This
Yes,
is a full council
I agree.
decision of making my crew go hungry for more money.
I mean, I already had a bite to eat, so I'm held over for a little longer.
Oh my god.
Yips don't get very far on a hungry crew. I vote for keeping the crew fed.
I mean, but when we get to our destination, they have money to get even nicer food. And or drink.
Even if I sided with you, Gelf, it would be 2 out of 5, which means we do take the last plunder.
Okay. So you take the last plunder, and you ditch the last point of resources. Or another point of resources. So you're at 5 resources and 4 plunder.
I must roll a d8.
Yes. Well, first thing, you need to roll a morale check for the crew.
Okay.
Which is... let me check here. DC... where's the actual morale check?
Do check. Or corral morale.
Yeah, I believe it's a crew check.
Oh.
Diplomacy,
Okay.
intimidate plus your crew stat. No, I think it's just.
That's fine.
I think it's just a diplomacy or intimidate check. I don't think you
Okay.
add the stat to it because that's
Well,
just
I
how
add my
big your crew
stat.
is. Big and how well equipped and how.
So just intimidate.
Yeah, either intimidate or diplomacy, whichever you want.
Okay.
Okay, so you did not succeed. So the crew doesn't become any more loyal to you.
Did you add the bonus to your
I
level?
added the +3, yeah.
Yeah, he just rolled kind of low. He rolled a 9. So yeah, the crew is still loyal. Okay. So yeah, you guys get to your destination in Andoran. Go ahead and roll me 1d8, please, Navigator.
Pretty deep.
So you lose 3 resources.
Boom.
So you have 2 left.
Nice.
And you arrive in the pirate town of Besmara, newly liberated after your brave heroics in the battle. Months and months ago now.
Oh, then they should be singing songs about us in the streets.
Well, you were a small part of a much larger battle.
Although
Doesn't
I
make
do
us
really
any less
talk about,
heroic.
like, this cool warlock dude. And,
Oh my
like
god.
with a bunch of tentacles and this big metal guy. This cool pirate lady. And there's one other dude who summoned an angel, but then also like immediately died. Like got his hand cut off and bled out. What a loser.
Oh my god. He's so awful. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you guys arrive in Besmara. What do you guys want to do?
Sell off all the stuff what we got.
Okay. So you would like to sell your plunder.
Yes.
How much of it do you want to sell?
All of it.
All of it. Okay, cool.
What do I have to roll
We
for that?
can roll for it.
To get a better price.
Yes. Where's plunder cost? Let me just see. Where the fuck is it? Here we go. Oh, it's in merchant. Plunder can be sold for 1d20 times 100. So you have 4 of these, right? So I'm going to need you to roll me a diplomacy check for the bargaining, for selling the stuff. Whoever's going to do that.
Not it.
I got it.
I only have a +2.
I think
For
Sam
what
and
is
I
it?
both have a +8 to diplomacy.
Yeah, I have a 6. I have a 6.
No, I got an 8. I'll do it.
Yeah, I can give you the +2 though.
Oh, you're proficient?
Uh huh.
Okay, so yeah, you get you can get advantage. Combat, or I guess not combat advantage, it's only combat. So yeah, you get a +2 to the roll.
Hell yeah.
Oh, absolutely, you easily beat it.
I just tell them we, as your liberators.
So here's the difference between the DC and the result times 5. So
Surely you recognize us by our posters plastered about town.
Don't you know who I am?
I'm the Waffle King.
so you have a 65% bonus to this roll.
Ooh.
So whatever you roll on 4d20 times 100 is increased by 65%. So roll 4d20s. Where's your mouse, Dan?
Somewhere.
So 44 times 100 times 1.65, I believe, is how you do that. So you sell all the plunder for 7,260 gold.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So where's that gold going? Is it all going into the ship's stores right now, or do you want some of it?
I think our first agreed upon idea was we split it evenly and the ship gets a share equally with us.
Okay, so you want me to divide this by 6?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
divide by 6 equals 1,210. So let me go ahead and divvy that out. Party sheet.
It's gold again.
1,210. Oh. I see.
What?
It divided it amongst you. So I have to do that 5 more times. Times 5 is 6,050. Oh no, times 4. Sorry. 12, 10 times 4. is 48. 48, 40. That's appropriate. There you go. And now...
Oh, I am heavily encumbered.
12, 10 plus... That's okay. We're not using those rolls
Oh,
anyway.
I am going to give
4, 7, 7, 2. Yes?
I'm going to give an extra 1,000 of my gold to the ship's money.
Okay. So minus it.
as am I.
Like, I did, in telling my crew members that they'd have to possibly go hungry to get paid more, I did promise to pay them more. So I think I'm going to make good on that.
Okay, so Gillator, you have
It's fair.
27, and Gelf, you have 12, 10.
I see that.
There we go. Well, that's too much. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to add 2,000 gold to the party inventory, to the ship's inventory. So it's 6,772.
And if possible, I would like to upgrade our stores so that we can hold more shit.
Yeah, there's stuff for that.
Where's the town ship fitter?
Yeah, Besmara is a fairly large pirate port, so they do have a shipwright here. Ship stats can be upgraded by spending gold equal to the current level times 1,000. So the current level of it is 10, and it's 500 to to repair a point of damage. But you have a couple of points of damage.
Wait, it's 10,000 gold to upgrade? So we're not upgrading the ship today.
Do you want to repair the ship at least? It'll be 1,500 gold to repair everything. The hull, a point from the crew to pay more crew to join, and then a point of cargo.
Yeah.
So, you have 5,272. And your hull is repaired. Crew is repaired. And the cargo is repaired. Do you want to buy any resources since you only have 2 resources?
Oh, excuse me.
We'll figure out where we're going.
Okay,
How far.
sure. All right.
Now, we're here for Tadalma as well, right?
Tridalia, yeah.
That's it, Tadalia.
Or is it Tadalia? Let me see. Where's my notes?
It's one of those two names.
Tadalia.
Tadalia, got it.
Yes.
But yeah, so we should, we gotta find her as well.
Yeah. You ask around town. You know where she can be found. She's on the other around the island on a more sparsely populated side of the island in the forest, upriver. There's a river that comes out of the island, and she can be found there. You're told she likes her privacy.
Oh, well.
She seldom appreciates being disturbed.
We have to give her something on to get information, though.
Would your character know that?
That's not in character. I'm also thinking just about, how long it's been since we set out on this, in real life time, and how little I remember what we're trying to do here.
Well. Perhaps the rest of the group can remind you.
I know we have, some ancient riddle and a cool magic telescope. And I know that we're here to get more information on what's on the other end of this telescope. Oh, that's right. We want to talk to her about, the Fathomless or whatever, and, the King of 10,000 Fathoms, I think was one of them.
Okay.
Like all those ancient creatures and like what we may or may not have to fight if we follow this telescope. Does that
Yeah, I
sound
don't
familiar?
remember. That was before I started taking notes.
Um, you know, come to think of it, we probably set out a little over a month ago for this. So have we just been sailing in real time?
Probably. Close to it. I mean, from like session 1, it's probably been a few months. Like, it depends. The resource rolls probably are like a little more accurate of like how to keep time. Like each roll is like that many weeks that you've been sailing, depending on how far you could get based on the weather. So yeah, what do you guys do? Because you're still in Besmara currently.
We gotta make.
I wouldn't mind.
Lady. Oh yeah.
I wouldn't mind taking a look for magic items. See if I can find a magic shop with Peve's magic items.
Might as well.
Let's see here.
I have some pretty good ones already. I have a Revenant Ankh, and I have a Sailor's Earring, which allows me to understand languages.
Well, that's true. Let's see here.
I'll go with him.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a streetwise check to see if you can find any magic items that somebody might have for sale here. It's gonna be difficult because this place doesn't really have a whole lot.
Well, I certainly ain't gonna get it with that kind of roll.
Definitely not. Yeah, you look around. It looks like the place is still rebuilding after the battle.
Yeah.
Most of the like a lot of the buildings at the docks have holes blown in them that have been hastily patched up that people are still working on. It seems a lot quieter around town since that you've been here.
Just my luck. All right. Well, no worries. Boy, nothing. I hate to go home empty-handed, but them's the breaks.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody else want to do anything in town?
I don't think so.
I've got a question. Do I have a sword shop?
Probably. Yeah, why?
I want to steal something.
Okay. Roll me a streetwise check to see if you could find like the good shit, like to get like dirt on a shop owner that might have something more valuable.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What I miss?
We're shopping.
Nothing.
Okay.
I struck out looking for magic items.
Let's see. Here's my thing. Let's see. Here, item 2. Okay. Roll me a d12.
D12, D12, D12. D12. 4.
Okay. You hear of somebody who has a, like, there's a sword shop here in town. Like, the one sword shop that is here in town, has not great selection, but you hear tell that he has, like, hidden in his shop that, isn't for sale. There's a silver sword.
Silver sword, you say?
Yes.
I want it.
You want the silver sword. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if you can get it.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to get a sword.
Okay.
Have fun, be safe, don't talk to strangers.
If they have any good axes, give me one.
Okay. I don't know how many items I can walk out with.
Have you left
5-finger
the
discount.
full armor? Please.
I got lucky. They were stupid over there.
Mm-hmm.
I try. I do what I can.
Okay. How are you gonna get it? You know where the building is. How are you gonna do this?
I walk right in
Okay, you walk in. What do you do?
and I case the joint.
You're casing the joint inside, or you're walking around the outside of the building?
No, inside.
Okay, so you go inside. What are you looking for while you're casing the joint? Like,
I'm looking to see who's looking at me, who's not looking at me.
so you're trying to see how attentive he is.
Yes, I'm trying to see how attentive he is.
Sure, give me an insight check. Not bad.
I know.
The guy seems like he's like sitting at a desk, like polishing a sword, and he's like very intently working on it. So he like doesn't shut up. He doesn't even look up at you as you open the door and walk in. He's like, how can I help you? As he's very distracted, like sharpening this sword.
Awesome. Do I see the silver sword?
Give me a perception check.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so you don't see it,
Retro.
but you see up on a high shelf, like behind the desk, not in display, are like a handful of sword boxes, like long, thin boxes that there's no like window on it, so you can't see inside of them, but they're all stacked up on this shelf. There's probably not more than half a dozen of them.
Yeah, I think I could take them all and walk out the door.
Most of them have little padlocks on them.
Like I said, do you think I could take his boxes out and walk out the door without him getting up?
No, they're behind his desk. There's no way that you could like get over there and grab them while he's sitting there. Like, you're right in front of him. You're not invisible.
Never said I was. I just wanted to know how intently he was paying attention.
I mean, he'll see if you like hop over the desk and start rummaging through his shit. He's just not paying that much attention to you browsing the store.
Is there a back room to this place?
Yeah, you see like a door behind the desk that leads to like a back room of like an area with like other swords he's still working on and stuff.
Okay. have an idea.
Okay.
Literally roll with me on this one, all right?
Okay.
I walk up to him,
All right.
and I ask him if he has any axes in the back. 'Cause I don't like his selection out here.
He looks up at you. He stops what he's doing, and he's like, yeah, we have boarding axes. We have boarding pikes. Whatever you need. Like if you like hand axes, throwing axes, whatever you need.
Hand axes. Hand axes.
You want some hand axes? He goes into the back. He says, I can get you out a case if you want to take a look.
Get me out 2 or 3, whatever you have, everything you have. I want to see it all.
Sure thing. Give me a... let's see.
Come on.
Give me a bluff check. Ooh. Okay, so he looks at you.
Where are all these ones coming from?
Well, you're rolling pretty good up until that point.
You
He
Bleh.
kind of gives you the side eye, and he's like, well, what's wrong with the axes in there? And he, like, nods over to a barrel that's just got a bunch of, like, axes sticking out of it. He's like, I ain't got nothing in the back that ain't already out here. That ain't the same quality.
So you don't have anything in the back that's like ornate, really strong and tough. You see, I have a friend who's looking for one.
Ornateness, I ain't got none of. It's all for pirating. And pirates ain't got
Stronger than what you got out here?
They're all the same. Forged by the same forge master.
Don't have anything special in here?
Afraid not. Got cleared out before the battle. Even had to give some away, unfortunately, but hey, my store's still here, so there's that.
And what a beautiful store it is.
Well, if I can't help you find anything else, I got to get back to this. It's for a customer. And he goes back
What
to
customer?
sharpening the sword. Give me... Why are you fucking with
I'm trying here.
Why are you fucking with this? Don't
I'm sorry.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. This is not good.
Ooh.
He goes,
Not a one.
None of your fucking business what customer it is. Are you gonna buy something or not?
Rude. But I'm not there.
No. I think this is going to take 2 people. I really want that sword. If for nothing else, to say I stole a silver sword
Oh
in
my
Desmara. I already can say I'm a thief. That I'm one of the best thieves in all of... Where was it?
Jaskar?
Excuse me.
Jaskar. I walked out with a suit of armor. I'm sorry. That pretty much tops any other thief and what they've stolen.
Fair. I mean, are you
Those
saying...
things are loud.
You're not saying this to him, are you?
No.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying this in my
You're not
mind.
swindled by me. I'm the best swindler this side of Agara.
just making sure.
No. Asim's an idiot sometimes,
Clearly.
but not that big an idiot. With that being said, I have to find a way to get him away from the sword. You said there are 12 boxes up there?
No, there's like maybe 5 to 7. I don't know. It's hard to see. You can't see the whole shelf, but you see a couple of them piled up there. It's hard to count them. Give me a stealth check.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, jeepers.
That's only because I have a plus 10.
The dude sees you. He kind of looks over to you as you're looking up at the shelf, and he's like, "Sir, if you're not gonna buy some," he goes, "If you ain't gonna buy something, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave."
I walk out the door.
Okay. Yeah.
I now case the outside of the joint.
Okay.
What I'm looking for is a way in through the back door.
Aren't we all?
Give me a stealth check.
we all be pirates. So I'm looking in through. I take a very long time doing this. I want a way in the back door so that I can sneak in at night
Okay.
when the shop's closed.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
Come on, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you can see in the back there is a door. You can't really get close to it to really inspect it that well.
Can I
yeah,
inspect it from the back?
What do you mean? You're in the back.
From the outside?
Yeah, you just...
Okay.
Like, there's a back alley, and there is a door on the back side of this building. It's like a 2-story building.
Okay.
So there's a back door to the place.
All right. I go find somewhere to hide and hang out till nightfall. Till the shop closes, more importantly.
Okay. So you come back at night.
Oh, no, I hang out there because I want to see if the shopkeeper leaves.
Okay. Give me a perception check. No, you don't see him leave. Like, he doesn't. You see a couple customers, maybe 2 or 3 more customers throughout the day, but you don't see him leave the building.
Okay.
You see the lights come on in the evening, and then a couple hours later, the lights turn off, and you see the lights turn on the second story of the building.
Very well. I break in.
Okay, how are you going to do
Oh, my God.
How are you going to do that?
I try to pick the lock to the back door.
Give me a thievery check.
I really want this sword. Son of a bitch.
So you fumble with your picks. You are unable to break into this this back door. Give me a perception check.
Ruh-roh. Yeah, come in.
You are as you're picking it, you pull out your picks and you're like, what the hell is wrong with this? You hear the door unlock.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
I dip around whatever corner I can and try and hide.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Yikes.
Not horrible, but not great either.
As you, like, duck and roll, like, skitter around the corner, you hear the crack of a crossbow fire at you. Also, I need to long rest you guys really quick because it's been a couple weeks. A couple weeks since you've been at sea, since the battle. There we go.
Bless you.
Let's see. How much damage are you going to take? Here we go. This isn't a roll. Here we go. You get hit in the shoulder by an arrow as you take 11 points of damage.
Oh.
That's not bad.
What do you do?
I run.
Okay,
Run
so
like hell.
So you run like hell. You get out of there. Okay, so you were unsuccessful. Oh, thank you.
There's always next time we're in port. Next time I'll have a crew of thieves with me.
Can you give me a fork? Thanks. Yeah, so
Oh well.
there's that. So that was unsuccessful.
Yeah, no.
I don't
You know, I'm letting you know now. If that sword had been out in the open on display, I would have had it in my hands and been back at the ship already.
Sure.
And that's my thieving mouth talking.
Yeah, because Ben's like, "Oh, you're so cute." Hey Ben, I would like to try to look for a potion shop and see if I can get some potions of healing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I will be right back, guys.
Alrighty.
Am I gonna have to roll another streetwise terribly?
Sure. Yeah.
Hopefully not as terribly.
So you go into like you're in the tavern, basically, asking around for any kind of people who are selling potions or potion brewers, and one sailor, one pirate tells you the apothecary left when the Navy came in and took over the place. So the only healer is that witch doctor on the other side of the island, Tadalia. But she always charges a little bit more than you're willing to pay, if you're catching my drift.
I nod and say understood and slip him a gold piece for his trouble.
Alrighty.
1209. There we go. Farvignugan.
They're dying in there.
Don't do that.
Alright. So what else would you guys like to do in town?
Let's see. We're waiting to get resources until we know where we're going. We look for magic items, weapons, and potions. I don't know. I think we're pretty good.
Okay.
So
So what do you guys
they
want
told
to do?
us the hag doesn't want to be found, right? But
No, you know where she is. They just said she's like very recluse.
right, she doesn't like company. Not that she doesn't want to be found. So probably gonna have to pay her a visit anyways. Just get going.
Okay. What say you?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
someone catch me up?
Oh, I struck out looking for potions.
And now, what is that you said, Amandi?
We should probably go looking for the witch then.
Esteem tried to steal a sword and got 11 points of damage from a crossbow in the shoulder for his trouble.
I see.
Yes, I did. Listen, they're a little bit smarter here. They keep things in boxes and locked up. Get them next time.
This guy sells to pirates. He knows what he's doing.
That's a lie. He was out polishing a sword.
Yeah, he was doing his job.
He really should have just left the other sword on display.
Yeah, so you could steal it?
Yes. That's... Why else would you leave a sword on display in a pirate town?
Exactly.
Some major NPC behavior right there.
Just to give you guys some context, Portland is kind of a pirate town right now because all kinds of businesses are closing because of the crime problem.
Yikes.
Right.
Yeah.
I am AFK for a minute, but I'm just gonna, you'll catch me up when I get back.
Have fun.
Now,
Right.
Florida's kind of a pirate town as well because people are randomly getting shot.
And our government is basically just a TGI Fridays.
I don't know what the hell's up with your government. Oh my god. Who picks a fight with Disney World?
Listen, there's a documentary you can watch that perfectly explains what's going on with the government. But you'll need to read the subtitles because it is in German.
Oh, I thought it was called Deliverance and starred Ned Beatty and Burt Reynolds.
I don't understand that reference.
I thought you were...
Oh,
I thought the documentary you were talking about is Idiocracy, starring
Terry Crews was the president.
Terry Crews and Luke Wilson, I think it was, and
oh yeah, Luke Wilson.
I mean, Terry Crews recently reprised that role to make fun of the government.
Oh, I like that.
I will always point out that in Idiocracy, there is a black president with a diverse, mostly female cabinet that rides around in a convertible and nobody bats an eye about it. And when a guy comes to him and goes, "Hey, I think I might be smarter than you and know how to fix the problems with the government in a way that you can't," he goes, "Damn, yeah, you are smarter than me. All right, I'll step aside and let you fucking handle it."
yeah.
Also, DeSantis just said that because Disney isn't backing down, which, by the way, so Disney today, for literally the first time in their history, it's not in Florida, it's in California, but pretty much in direct opposition to this, because of the Don't Say Gay thing, they hosted a Pride event where they put rainbows all over Disneyland just to piss him off. So he announced that he's going to be building a state penitentiary across from Disney.
It's utterly ridiculous.
Anyway.
Listen, it's literally just whoever runs against him for president, it's just going to be them coming out like a fucking WWE star, just, "Here comes the money!" Just fireworks go off in the shape of Mickey Mouse above their head at the debate.
Michael Eisner is going to directly run against him for president.
Oh my god.
I just love the idea of somebody walking down the runway and you've got literally like pro wrestlers, but they have, or like a boxer where they have their entourage. There's fucking Dave Filoni and Kevin Feige on either side of him, like shadow boxing him to the ring.
Oh my god.
Here comes Eisner with the steel chair.
Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious. Anyway, so you guys are gonna head out to see the witch.
Yes, and I'm bringing her a prisoner. Not the Phaedra Legionnaire who can wait in the jail cell. I'm bringing the real prisoner.
Of course.
I also do tell, what do you call it? Whoever on our ship is in charge of guarding them normally.
Yes, that is. Where's her name? Helgrid.
Great. Basically, after having her guard this glass jar and treating it like Fort Knox, I basically take custody of him and tell her, like, okay, yeah, all you've got is this, like, dangerous Legion captain. So, like, pretty easy night. And if you gotta go for, like, a smoke break or something, no pressure.
At different times of checking in on the brig in the last few weeks, you've had to scold her about, like, paying way too much attention to the Phaedron Legionnaire and not enough attention to the tentacle in a jar on a stool.
Okay.
And she's like watching that guy in his cell and, like, standing guard over him, and you have to, like, bust in there being like, what are you doing? The real prisoner's over there. Don't worry about him. He's fine. Make sure you got your eye on the tentacle.
At one point, the ship rocked, and, like, the jar didn't break or anything, but fell over a bit, and I rang the brass bell, like, screaming that, like, the prisoner was escaping. Like, apprehend him immediately. What are you doing?
You got a good portion of the deck crew into a row, like, before everybody realized what you were freaking out about.
Yes.
You realized which prisoner.
Correct.
We could just remove what's-his-face's feet or legs, and then she wouldn't even have to look at him. Wouldn't have to worry. He'd just be there. And she would pay full attention to, like, who she should be paying attention to. The tenant.
That's dark.
We're pirates. And I'm a gnoll that eats people when they seem like they were strong enough opponents.
Listen,
problem
as
is
long as the
Phaedron
captain
Navy,
allows...
they are used to, like, because they're really good at crawling. They have a lot of practice from groveling to their emperor.
I don't know, take the arms and legs. A little hard to crawl without both.
Just fucking boxing Helena, this bitch.
Yeah, but then like, he might die, and, like, I still want information out of him.
I mean, there's ways to stop bleeding. Fire, usually.
Well, either way, yes, we're going to find the witch.
Okay. So, you sail around to the other side of the island, up a marshy creek, basically, on a river. You have to take a longboat because it's much too shallow for your ship to sail through.
Mm-hmm.
So you take a longboat up this dark river, just overshadowed by the overgrown trees that are, like, flank the banks. And you find on one of the banks that are more clear of trees a small cottage with a dock. You see dimly lit lights lighting the windows. As you get closer, you see strange, like, strings of bone and feathers, like, hanging from the, like, porch ceiling. Different, like, occult and magical, like, components strewn about and set up, like, around the property. What do you do?
Seems nice. Let's go in.
Okay.
So you row your little lifeboat basically up to the dock and tie it off. You know you don't see any other boat here, by the way. And you head up to the front door. What do you guys do? How you approach?
We should probably knock.
That seems the most polite, yes.
Okay. So you knock on the door. It opens.
That's not spooky at all.
So, I mean, it's not like... So, like, it unlatches and it opens into a...
And I assume it's with a slow, like...
Oh, of course. Like any, like, Dracula castle.
Yeah.
Into a very dimly lit, small living space where you see in the center of the room or across the room is a orc woman covered in, like, wearing, like, furs and has, like, seashells sewn into, like, furs and hides covering her. She looks like this. And
She looks even than I thought she would be.
she is sitting and meditating. In basically, you can see underneath, because this whole thing is built mostly on stilts over the water. You see the water, almost like a waterbender, is like seeping up through the cracks of the floor. And like she is sitting in a puddle of like seawater. She doesn't regard you as the door opens.
I wonder if that's treated at all like ships are. Otherwise, it's probably gonna rot.
I don't think we should disturb her. I think we should wait until she's done meditating.
It's fine with me.
It would be very
I completely agree.
Because you're still standing in the threshold. Like, what do you do?
I take a seat outside.
Yeah, we haven't been invited in.
Okay, so you guys
Well,
wait
did
outside.
the house invite us in? I don't know if that's how this works.
The door opened.
Then I guess mystically we have been invited. I've dealt.
I'm gonna
with
take the
Kaya
chance and
enough to know
enter.
That's technically an invite.
I'm gonna
Okay,
take the chance and enter.
Okay, Lan enters the house. After a few moments, you see the candles that are like kind of around the room in different places kind of get brighter as the room lights up fully, and the seawater recedes back underneath the floorboards, and she opens her eyes and stands up from the cushions that she's sitting. Or no, she's not sitting on cushions. She's just sitting on the floor. She stands up and picks up like her staff that's like carved with like star signs and like bones, and she looks over at your group and she goes, "And to what do I owe the pleasure of the Chimera Pirates?"
I just kind of like hold up the telescope case, the note, and gesture at the tentacle.
Oh, there's no case for the telescope unless you made... Oh, you
Yeah,
put it
it's
in a shittier telescope, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just a couple of things. We're in way over our heads in some mystic stuff, and we really need a mystic with a proven track record of trust.
She invites you in and requests you place the items on to a small table that she has set up on to the other side of the room. And she sits down at the table.
All right.
Having
So
received a
get this.
verbal invitation, I'll step in now.
Okay, so you enter the room.
Likewise.
I basically give her the point-by-point rundown of every session thus far,
Oh my god.
leaving out the non-important parts.
So as you start to go into like what's been going on, she shushes you. She's like, she holds up her staff and rattles it around as the bones that are tied to it like make a bunch of noise, like almost like a rain stick, as it kind of drowns you out. And she goes, "Shh, enough. Place them before me."
As he's placing the items out, I kind of... Number one, I'm not letting go of the tentacle, but I will extend like my hand on the table so she can examine it, handcuffed to my wrist. But I kind of whisper to the captain, like, "Captain, there'll be no need going into all that. She's a bog witch." And I say that as if that should just be self-explanatory.
Also, Daniel, this is not a visual medium. You can't just pantomime dropping something on the table and expect them to know that you did that.
Well, that was just for you.
Well, there's other people in this game. So you have, you said the telescope, and what else do you have?
The note that has the riddle on it.
Oh, okay.
Specifically the translated one from Telma.
Oh, from Telma. Okay, so the like long-winded poem.
Yes.
Okay. So she reads it. And she says that this seems like the work of an ancient order bent on the destruction of anybody who claims the seas as their own for their dark master.
That sounds weirdly specific. Get a different.
What do you... We heard mention of the name Dagon.
She flinches at that name. And kind of like hisses and like rattles her staff again. And she goes,
I take it.
"You do not speak that name in my presence. I have warded against its evils. You threatened those barriers."
Yeah, come on, man. She's a pop witch. Get it together.
And we've been hearing a lot about it, and yet, and even we think glimpsed its power. But if we've found ourselves in the middle of this, we have no idea what we be facing. I basically asked her to like explain what the fuck this is and why it is so dangerous in no uncertain terms.
So she basically tells you the same thing that Telma does, is that Dagon is an ancient, like, basically like sea monster or something. The records aren't extremely clear, but it has tremendous power that was taken from it by Saint Teach.
What was the other thing we found related to that? The other name we got?
The Lord of 10,000 Fathoms and the Fathomless. We found out those are two different things. One of those may or not be Dagon.
Yeah, the Lord of 10,000 Fathoms, she tells you. The Lord of 10,000 Fathoms, as he is referred to by his followers, the Fathomless, is he who lurks below.
Wait, so the Fathomless are just his followers?
Yes.
I guess that makes sense, because if he's got all 10,000 fathoms, what's been left for them? None.
Of course.
You know, that tracks.
Can we give...
Not wrong.
Can we give Kayla MVP? Just for that.
Just, you get inspiration if there is such a thing in fourth edition. I don't think there is, and I don't use inspiration.
Wow.
But yeah, so I want to ask, why would a relic
Fathoms? Oh, no! Oh my god.
Yeah, so I gotta make that now.
I think we already did. Last time we talked about this.
I think I did, yeah.
Meme of no fathoms.
I'm pretty sure you did that, yeah.
But yeah, so I just want to ask her, like, why would a relic gesturing to the telescope associated with Saint Teach and as a Fae, I'm very careful of like that you can accidentally give something a name. So I say the creature in possession of a numerous amount of Yeah, a creature in possession of a numerous amount of units of measurement pertaining to depth. And I ask her, like, why would a relic pertaining to that be in up a mountain in the middle of the desert, guarded by giants?
The Lord of somewhere between 9 and 11 fathoms.
Oh my god.
The Lord of 9 3/4 thousand
The answer
fathoms.
to this, I do not know. The Fathomless's motives are not clear to anyone except for their own.
And is this telescope? Is it leading us towards a way to defeat, or is this for or against them?
You see, as you mentioned the telescope, like as you gesture to it, you see in the jar that you're currently holding that you have refused to place on the table.
No. I said I placed it on the table, but I'm keeping it handcuffed to my wrist.
Okay, so your hand is on the lid of this jar as it's handcuffed to you. You see inside the tentacle is like inching and like knocking on the glass ineffectually in the exact direction of the telescope. Like,
Aye, and then there be this one.
inches from it, like so close yet so far.
Aye, and then there be this one. Then we apprehended them after a battle with a kraken. We've yet to get any solid information out of them, even after weeks of brutal interrogation.
Aye, the creature that you possess here is not from this realm. I haven't seen.
Well, I guess that's why it tasted like that.
I've only heard of these things. Sea beasts such as this hail from the realm of monsters.
The realm of monsters? I'd never heard of such a thing. That'd be foolishness.
Roll me a history check. Or
Ooh, have I heard of it?
Yeah, let's see if
You
you've
know
heard of
everything.
I'll do history. Has it been enough of a rest that I get my bardic lore back if I need it?
We got a long rest.
this. Yeah, you got a long rest.
Okay, well, let's see if I can crit it naturally.
Okay.
No.
Nope, that's going to be a nat 20.
Yeah, so like you've heard of a lot of different sea monsters referred to as being from like the realm of monsters because nobody really knows where they come from. So it's not like a specific plane of existence. It's just like the nebulous area of where these creatures come from. Like clearly they're not from through.
Okay, then I'm essentially telling her that like I thought that was a myth or just a figure of speech.
No, the realm.
Are you saying it'd be a real place?
The realm of monsters is real. No one knows where it is. But where else did this thing come from?
I mean,
Do you have any way to speak to it?
No, this thing is unintelligent and knows only one thing, and it is to reclaim what belongs to its master.
So this telescope be it leads to a treasure belonging to the Fathomless?
It very well could. She goes to pick up the telescope.
Okay.
And she opens the fake one and pulls out the real telescope. As she does so, the tentacle kind of it gets even more fervorish as in its attempt to escape.
I do want to assure her that you be wrong on one account. It not be a mindless creature. I've been communicating with it. Because canonically, I rolled to intimidate it, and you had it, like, stop moving. So it at least has a concept of self-preservation.
Yeah,
So I say that
fair.
in some way I'm able to communicate with it.
Yeah, that's fair. She kind of shrugs at that. She she takes some like powder out of a box that she like pulls from under the table and sprinkles it across the table and places the spyglass on top of it and starts chanting and like begins like casting magic. As like the candles start to dim, as like the heat of the candles are being pulled into this ritual that she is enchanting. As the room grows darker, you are all assaulted by a vision of destruction and chaos. The ocean on fire. Backdropping a sea of writhing tentacles, gnashing teeth, and alien eyes. You descend into the deepest depths of the ocean as the vision fades. As the candles begin, like, recouping their heat and regaining their strength into normal brightness and illuminating the room again, you see her kind of like with a hand on her forehead, like clutching it, like she's fatigued.
I just, more out of shock than anything, say a quick prayer to St. Teach.
Okay.
Like, in the same way that you might be like, oh my god.
Right, like in the same way somebody might do like a whatever it is when you like cross against your chest.
Yeah, literally that.
A weird thing that Catholics do or whatever the fuck. I have
Just
no
do
idea.
that, but in the shape of an anchor.
Yeah, but in the shape of an anchor across your heart.
You guys,
Genuflection.
you guys saw that
I'm trying
too,
to
right?
genuflect. I'm trying to plot that out of my body. I think that's literally just an upside down cross.
Yikes! Never mind.
No, I mean, like, if you're trying to plot out the shape of an anchor, it would be starting at your forehead, going to your chest, and then shoulder to shoulder.
Well, I mean, you also got to do like the, I don't know, like there's like a T shape at the top of an anchor, I guess.
But anyway, I ask her quietly, just be that a vision of what could be or what will be.
Visions are often unknowable, but with hindsight. But I fear if you don't find out what secrets this spyglass holds, that could be our future.
Apocalypse. That's kind of like looking out in the direction of my boat towards my crew.
Perhaps
I'm gonna have to pay them double.
Perhaps the fathomless intend to make their move.
Considering how concerned everybody else seems, Amandi's just kind of mostly sitting quietly because internally she thought that vision looked pretty sick.
My god.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So, like, everybody else is concerned though, so we're just not going to voice that. Also, I'm from the Fey realm, so like, if this world crashes and burns, I can just go there.
you have
Oh
a
my
fallback plan.
god.
Wow.
Listen, we don't have that option, okay?
We don't, but like, I don't say this out loud, so it's fine.
You know, not every universe can be a winner.
I mean, technically you could all come, but it's like, there might be some adverse effects on some of you.
I'm already 99% Fey at this point.
Fine then.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do now?
Sail the seven seas in search of treasure.
Should we ask her about the note? Because we haven't really talked about that yet.
Yeah, no, you did. She basically gave you the same thing that Telma said.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay. Well, she gave us a lot of information for free. Can we try and pay her or something?
I was gonna say, he said there's no boat out here. I was gonna offer
I
to
like
get her fresh supplies.
Good headset.
Okay. You can do that.
Let's see here. She says, like, that she would appreciate it if you were to take both of these, and then she shoves the spyglass and the tentacle across the table to you, as far away from here as possible. And as far as payment goes, and she waves a hand across the table towards all of you, and you each feel something taken from you.
What do we feel taken?
Well, Gilator, you see your crab claw hand like turn back into a normal person's hand.
No, curse! It's fading.
And your eye stalks turn back into normal person eyes.
Ooh, how
Still on the
uncomfortable.
crab head?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's creepy. Amandi. Let's see here. You feel the power that you gained from consuming the flesh of the Imperator Securus that you have prisoner fades away from you.
Well, at least he's still alive. I can take another bite.
This isn't permanent, is it?
I mean, it's a payment. I don't see why we would get it back.
That was my favorite part of being a crab.
What about me? What did I lose?
I'm working on it.
Oh, sorry.
You're up for.
Oh, no.
Your other horn. Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot easier to wear a hat then.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I think so. I think your other horn is disappears off your head.
Well, insult to injury.
It'd be funnier if it just fell off.
I don't even have a cool gold cap to put on that one. It's just fucking gone.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
We can steal something and or make something for you.
Time to update
Your
Euroforge.
replacement like a horn toupee. A
Oh,
replacement horn.
Time to update Euroforge.
Gelf,
oh boy.
your
Here it comes.
your ears become normal human ears.
Ooh. Ooh.
Fuck this.
Oh, man.
And then let's see. A scene.
I just die.
You just done.
You're too human already.
Let's see.
She just takes my soul.
As a rogue, you lose the one thing that defines you more than anything. Your parents come back to life.
Wow!
Oh my god!
No.
You gain my crab claw, so you can no longer
That-
take locks.
That is fucking hilarious.
What I missed?
He said, as a rogue, you lose the one thing that defines you. Your parents come back to life.
Oh, it's terrible.
I don't know whether they're dead or not. I
That's
just know they're missing.
Your village
incredible.
unburns itself.
Your village unburns itself.
Nice.
Backstory.
Let me see here. I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing to do for you as a human.
Your dick falls off into the realm of monsters. It's gone forever. The Kraken has it.
Great. While you're doing that, I just look at the crew as does my horn like fall off or
No, it doesn't fall
Like,
off. It
it's
just
just
disappears.
You know, is there like a stump left or anything?
No. It's like completely like just your skull. Like it was never there in the first place.
It must feel so unbalanced.
It kind of does. I mean, not
You
too
know-
bad since the other one is mostly cut off, but like
You know, if I had a silver piece for every time, for every time a woman in this godforsaken country cut off my horn against my will, I'd have 2 silver pieces. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is weird that it happened twice.
I hand you 2 silver pieces.
oh my god.
I take them shamefully. And I eat one like a potato chip.
I'm just sadly wiggling my human fingers, weeping out of my human eyes.
She couldn't have. I asked her just out of curiosity, not to
He
disrespect,
takes my soul.
not to disrespect your power. Any chance you could take a hoof instead?
Nope.
Maybe I'll give you up to the knee.
So Asim is going to it doesn't feel like anything's changed, but the rest of you see that one of Asim's eyes has gone white.
He's blind.
He doesn't feel blind, but his pupil and iris are gone.
No.
That's fine. I didn't need it
He
anyway.
has a discernible face. He can never sneak again.
Actually, no, that is really true though.
Yeah.
It's fine. If he wears an eye patch, he'll blend in again with all the other pirates.
Okay. He can have above the knee and a finger.
I'm doing the thing like all of my fingers are like clenched together and I'm like clamping my hand like a crab claw, just really sad.
You're like pantomiming a crab claw with your now normal human hand. It's still
I'm
not
like-
up past the wrist, like up your wrist. You still have
Yeah.
like crab tightness like arm, but the claw has like just become a normal hand.
I'm borderline sobbing of just up to the knee, a finger, and an ear. Please.
She shouts, "Be gone!" And as she shouts, the candles all like burst like into a very vibrant like purple flame as the door behind you guys swings back open and like wind whips through her house and like out the door as if it was like a vacuum. It doesn't pull you, like you're still in control of yourself. It's just that's what you feel.
Time to go.
You know, as a Fae, I probably should have asked what the price would have been before we struck this deal.
Fucking dive into some more secrets.
Probably.
I'm gonna have to find another Fae and ask them to fix this.
You have a whole crew full of things. Just not powerful enough to fix it.
It's my favorite part of being a crab.
That's
The
hilarious.
hand.
That's so funny.
Now I'm just a dude.
No, you still got mostly crab features.
Not the cool ones. Now I'm just a big ugly dude.
You know, you sound pretty crabby about the whole situation.
Listen here.
Oh,
I'm boiling. Oh my god.
Don't boil over it.
All right. So, what do you guys do?
I go back to the ship and I take another bite out of that guy.
Oh my god! You just wordlessly enter the brig. Come here, you! Chomp!
I walk onto the ship with my hand behind my back so that the crew doesn't know.
Yeah, you.
Please.
Wow.
Amandi, you don't feel like it did anything.
Yeah, there he is. There it is.
You don't
I
feel
just
like.
off my side and walk out annoyed.
Yep.
I'm sure they're a dime a dozen. I'll find another one.
Nice.
Okay. So, what do you guys do now that you're back on the ship? You row your longboat back to the ship. God.
I go with him to buy a hat.
So you buy a hat and a shield? Okay.
This way my bonus doesn't have to change.
What do you mean the bonus doesn't have to change?
Well, my crab claw was the shield.
Oh, okay. So you already... Do you have a shield in your inventory?
Yes.
No,
I
you don't.
should.
You have a healing potion, chainmail, and a frost longsword.
I never put a shield in my inventory. I was supposed to have.
I guess not.
Part of my starting point. I just never put it in there.
Whatever, that's fine. So you get a shield, like a small round shield, and Lanolin gets a hat. You're gonna have to update your fucking.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it as we speak.
That's amazing.
I don't
The
have
only
the
good-
one for Gillator saved, so I'd have to like fully remake it.
Oh,
Here's the only good news is that I do know who has my other horn, so now I just have to go get it.
oh my god, that's funny. Okay. So what do you guys do now?
Okay.
Lament the shitty round of luck we've had over the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, you're just a human now.
No,
Yeah,
he's
boom.
still an elf in every other respect. It's just the points of his ears disappeared.
He's
Yeah,
just a
you-
human now.
You passed a lot easier now. I mean, it was really easy for you before in comparison to the rest of us, but like,
Yeah, I mean he's a high elf, so he's already like very like not mostly human already, but like integrated into human society. If like however much an elf can do that.
It's alright, we just need to get Lan's wool shears, and we can fix your ears right up.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
But yeah, you still look like an elf with like the fair skin and hair and all the other elven features. You just don't got a pointy ears no more. I was tempted to just take 1 point from one of your ears and leave the other one pointy.
that would have been funny.
That would have been very mean.
That would have been hilarious. So yeah,
The idea though of Lan having to like just walking in on me about to cut my human hand off and having to like hold me back.
oh my god. So yeah,
It's-
you guys stay in Besmara for a little bit. When you see a what kind of bird was it? Cormorant bird, which is like copy. Basically like this. For the viewers at home, you can look up a cormorant.
Ooh.
So you see basically this land on one of the yardarms near the quarter deck, where the ship's wheel is, near the stern of the ship, and it has a message tied to it.
What's the message for?
I'm
I'm assuming it's for me.
It's rolled up piece of parchment.
Message.
I opened the message.
Okay. You see it's from Telma.
Ruh-roh.
It says it's been a couple of weeks, and no one's seen stem nor stern of the Stormrunner. I heard talk of the Kalian Legion taking ships along the Scarab coast. It seems they're getting serious about giving every free captain the boot. Either your crew's still dragging anchor in Pesh, or they're kicking around in a Phaedron dungeon.
I think we need to go kill some people.
Okay.
That's fine.
Who shall we go
Would y'all
kill?
mind if we went and killed some people?
Oh.
If we're planning on,
If are we not pirates?
if we're planning on going after this telescope, we'll need all the help we can get.
Hmm. I'm feeling a bit peckish now. Could use something strong to eat.
So it's agreed we go search for my ship.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
So we will continue that next time.
Okay.
Because I have
Okay.
to head off here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I figured it was almost 10 o'clock,
Yeah, it's
but
10
we
o'clock,
normally
so-
end there.
But we will do that side quest next time on our pirate game.
So, guys, I was
Yay!
playing around in Hero Forge, and based on the description of the armor, and just based on how I'm playing this character at this point, because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is what his armor looks like.
Let's see.
I'm